What's up, Ragin Nation? How's it going? This is Alex Yu, and you're watching the Star Wars edition of the Ragin Nation show. This is just the web series where we talk about the Star Wars cinematic universe. This is episode number 11, and in this episode, we got to talk about some rumors. There's some rumors going around right now which suggest what we might see in the future installments of the Star Wars anthology. And by Star Wars anthology, I mean the Star Wars spin-off films. Not episodes 7, 8, 9, but some of the stories that might occur during or in between the episodes. I'm talking about episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's what we're going to talk about in this episode. But before we talk about that, let's just recap on what's going on right now as we speak. Well, director Gareth Edwards, he is going through pre-production for Star Wars Rogue One. Star Wars Rogue One is the first Star Wars anthology film in the anthology series. And of course, J.J. Abrams is going through post-production for Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens. By post-production, I mean, doing all the visual effects work with Industrial Light and Magic. He could be working with John Williams for the score, the editing process. And part of post-production is also getting the promotional material ready, because this movie comes out in December of this year. So, they got to start promoting this film, and there's no better time to promote it than with San Diego Comic-Con. So that's what's going on right now. Right now they're getting their material ready for Hall H. They're going to have a big panel at Hall H at San Diego Comic-Con. If you don't know what Hall H is, it's the main hall. It's the main panel hall where all the big movies get talked about in this hall, where you get to see the director, the producer, the stars, and typically people, by people I mean the fans. Typically, the fans line up for 24 hours just to get into Hall H, just to see what the studios have to offer in terms of marketing. For example, we might see a new trailer, a trailer that's exclusively shown at San Diego Comic-Con, which will not be available online unless it's leaked. I'm thinking they're going to show a new trailer. That's what I'm thinking. Or perhaps they're going to be showing some new photos of some of the stills or some sequences in the form of clips that would get the fans all crazy and wild for episode 7 for its release. So that's what they're doing. So Comic-Con Hall H is going to have a presentation from the cast and crew of Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens. So that's really, really exciting. If you're going to San Diego Comic-Con, make sure you don't miss that. Also, what's going on with Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens is the reveal of some new toys. There's some new toys coming out, and that the most wanted toys, of course, the figures for the new Stormtroopers. Those new Stormtroopers look very, very cool, and a lot of people like to buy Stormtroopers for army building. All right, you can't just have one Stormtrooper. You gotta have a couple of them. And check this out. We have some new Stormtrooper toys, and let's start off with this one, which I don't really care about. This is a Stormtrooper Hot Wheels car. Check that out. It looks really, really silly. Here's a kind of a Lego version of the Stormtrooper, but this is the coolest. I might have to pick up a couple of these. And this is the Black Series. I love the Star Wars Black Series. It's a more premium format of the Star Wars figures without making them too overpriced. All right, this is going to be a figure that a lot of people want, and this is the Star Wars Force Awakens Stormtrooper in the Black Series. Okay, I might have to pick up a couple of them and build myself a bit of a squad. All right, now let's talk about those rumors, and these rumors are pretty hot. Okay. And by hot, what I mean by that is that they sound like they're pretty cool. That's just silly. I first said it was hot, and then I said it was cool. What I mean is that it would be pretty neat to know if this rumor were true, because this is pretty cool. Okay, check this out. It has been reported from The Wrap, and The Wrap is an entertainment website with connections to the movie industry. They got some inside connections. Okay, according to The Wrap, okay, there's a possibility that we may see Han Solo in the Boba Fett spinoff. Now, you guys heard about the fact that we could possibly be getting a Boba Fett spin-off film. It was originally supposed to be directed by Josh Trank, but because he was pretty hard to work with in Fantastic Four, the studios decided that it wasn't in their best interest to have Josh Trank continue with working on the second anthology of films. All right, but anyways, the story is reported to be about Boba Fett, and there's been an update to that, and that is Han Solo may appear in Boba Fett, and by Han Solo I mean a young Han Solo, someone else playing Han Solo, because apparently Han Solo and Boba Fett have a bit of history together, okay? Just like how Han Solo and Greedo have history together. So we're going to see that, we're going to see more of that. Not only that, it has been reported that in this story, we're going to see Chewbacca, Lando Calrissian, and also Bossk. And what they want to go into is they want to delve into the hive of scum and villainy. You know what I'm saying? That is a phrase that has been thrown around. And what that is just this world of these smugglers and these bounty hunters, and these villains that are really out there to work for themselves, and it also consists of the scum of Tatooine, for example, Jabba the Hutt. I'm talking about that world. That would be Han Solo's world, where there's like gambling involved and smuggling and all kinds of stuff which doesn't exactly relate to the Empire or the Rebels. All right, so that is pretty cool. Now, what's also very, very cool, and this is still rumor material, and that is the two directors names that were thrown out were Matthew Vaughn and Jon Favreau. Now, there's been a recent update, and it suggested that Matthew Vaughn is out, which leaves us with Jon Favreau. Now, once again, this is all rumor. There might be an entire new list of directors that is, that is in addition to Jon Favreau. But for the time being, Jon Favreau is in the running to direct this this possible Boba Fett / Han Solo spinoff. So very, very cool. Now the other spinoff, okay, now this sounds a little bit far-fetched, is apparently an Obi-Wan Kenobi trilogy starring Ewan McGregor. Okay, I'm not exactly sure when this is supposed to take place, but there's apparently two versions of this this trilogy. Okay, and that is Obi-Wan Kenobi as a ghost, okay, which takes place after Episode 3, where you will keep on seeing his recurring Jedi ghost character just appear, giving mentorship to another young Jedi, okay, and he wouldn't be a main character; he would be a supporting character that just appears, kind of like how Jor-El in Man of Steel, he just appears to give guidance. All right, so it's kind of like that. So there will be some other main characters, and then Obi-Wan Kenobi's ghost is in the background, and it's supposed to be a trilogy. Now that's one of the options. The other option is apparently an Obi-Wan Kenobi trilogy, where he's not a ghost, where he's still alive, and it involves the appearance of Darth Maul. Okay, so perhaps Obi-Wan Kenobi and Darth Maul have some history, that feud is still going on, and maybe we're going to see that backstory. So that is the rumor that's going on right now. An Obi-Wan Kenobi trilogy, and also a Boba Fett / Han Solo spin-off film. I personally liked the Boba Fett and Han Solo spin-off film because there's a lot of story to that. When we were watching A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back, they talked a lot about some stuff, okay? And I'm really curious about this story. I mean, Han Solo and Chewbacca, they have adventures. I want to see those adventures. And Boba Fett is, of course, the coolest villain in the entire trilogy, and we didn't get to see a whole lot of them. But if you ask any fan, they will tell you that one of their favorite characters is Boba Fett, which is silly because we don't get to see a whole lot of him, but he looks cool. And we also seem to know enough about him to know that this is a bounty hunter with a bit of a backstory. All right. So, anyways, I'm just throwing it out there. It's a rumor, but recently a lot of rumors that have been thrown out have turned out to be solid. Okay, there's been some solidity, if that's even a word, to these rumors. Okay, but you know what? Rumors are still rumors. So take it how you will. Okay. Anyways, that's all I gotta say in this video. I'm really excited for new Star Wars films and more Star Wars films. I'm particularly excited about The Force Awakens, which I'm thinking could be the biggest film of 2015. Even bigger than Avengers Age of Ultron. Even bigger than Furious 7. And when I mean bigger, I mean like global box office phenomenon, okay? Anyways, that's all I gotta say in this video. As always, if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more, hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, like me on Facebook, The Ragin Nation. Also follow me on Twitter at Ragin Nation. My name's Alex. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace. It was a really, really exciting sequel. I still think that out of the previous three, I'm talking about Furious 7, Fast 6, and Fast 5, I